What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Wasaki back with another video. You know it. Okay, so this video, guys, it's gonna be a Harry Potter theory or what if theory. Okay, so my theory is and I'm I'm not one of those YouTubers who comes up with the ideas on their own. I'll admit it. Okay, I was watching a YouTube video guy I like a lot named Harry Potter Folklore, and he was doing a theory on something, and then he mentioned an idea, and you know what? I'm gonna be the first one to do it. Even though he mentioned it, I'm gonna be the first one to do it. So, but here's what he does. He doesn't choose both sides like I do. I'll do both sides of this theory, okay? What if situation. So, the theory is, what if Lord Voldemort tasked Bellatrix Lestrange to kill Draco Malfoy and her sister, Narcissa Malfoy, for reasons most likely failing them, or just that he didn't like them. I don't know. Just most likely failing them would be. I mean, I don't think he would kill. I mean, he is a dick, so he probably would kill you if he doesn't like you. Anyways, so the theory is, now we all know, if you're a Harry Potter fan, that Bellatrix Lestrange loves her nephew and her sister, but she loves Lord Voldemort, and would do anything for him. But here's the thing: which one does she love more? Her sister and her nephew, or her I guess you could say beau, whatever you want to say it. I mean, I don't think they're really together, even though they had a child together. I mean, still. Okay. Anyways, or Lord Voldemort. Okay, so here's the theory I'm gonna believe. Okay, let's just say Lord Voldemort calls him into. I'm not sure if he had an office or like a place that he stayed over at while the Wizarding World Tour was going on, and he says, Draco and Narcissa has failed me for the last time, Bellatrix. I'm giving you this as a challenge. I want you to kill them. Okay? Now, this is the way I'm possibly seeing this. One or two ways, okay? One, she basically will say yes in the end, but won't do, okay, the first way. She says yes, and she shows up at Bellatrix at the Malfoy Manor, breaking her way in kicking the door in, pointing her wand, and there's a huge duel that ensues between Narcissa and Draco versus Bellatrix, and Bellatrix contends with Max's Jinx with Jinx, curse with curse, spell for spell, and it leads up to either Draco getting disarmed, and Narcissa stepping in front of him, and she disarms Narcissa as well from her wand, and she says, "This is it." I wouldn't say I'm not sure if she would say sorry. She was sorry about this, but for this sake, I'm gonna say she says, "I'm sorry it had to end this way, Narcissa, but I must do this, for I'm his greatest, I don't know, for I'm his greatest supporter, because only he can live forever." And then she takes a step back and says, "Avada Kedavra!" And it hits Narcissa, and Narcissa goes down. Draco gets up and starts crying over his mother's dead body, and he's pleading with Bellatrix, saying, "Auntie Bellatrix, please," or "Aunt Bellatrix, please don't do this." But it's all for nothing. She takes his wand or Narcissa's, and says, "I'm truly sorry, Draco, for this, but there is no other way." Pulls out her wand and says, "Avada Kedavra!" And the green hits Draco in the neck. The green sparks of green him in the neck, and he goes down, leaving in the middle of the night to what's his name? Shit. Lucius Malfoy come home to see his wife and son's dead body, and become so sad and so terribly sad, and then filled with revenge, wants to kill whoever did this. And it's up to him to figure out who did it. Well, he probably would have known anyways by then. Probably would have known it was Lord Voldemort. I don't know, maybe, but I just know that at some point, if I were Lucius and this happened to me, if she tasked her own sister or to kill my son and my wife, I would kill Lord Voldemort. I don't give a shit if it's Lord Voldemort or not. I would kill him. This is bullshit. I mean, literally, Lord Voldemort's bullshit. Anyway, so here's scenario number 2. Scenario number 2, guys, is a very good one. Scenario number 2 is, what if she refuses to do it at the time of the duel? And here's how I see it, okay? Okay, now here's how I could see the refusal of the time of the duel. So, everything plays out just the way we saw it, okay? Except for a few things. Right when the duel begins, they're maxing curse from curse, jinx for jinx. But at some points, Bellatrix is holding back. Like, in her mind, she doesn't know if she wants to do this or not. And at one point, Draco Malfoy notices that she is holding back and does the Expelliarmus charm, knocking hitting her in the chest, knocking her back, and his mom does Accio to her sister's wand. Her sister does Accio to her sister's wand because it got knocked out of her hands. Grabs her wand in the air, and then they all point their wands at Bellatrix. And Bellatrix, they ask her why are you attacking us? And at first Bellatrix is sitting there and doesn't know what to say. Is lying there basically. She got knocked down. Is lying there, doesn't know what to say. And I'm guessing at this point, she's just I would Bellatrix. I'm not sure if Bellatrix is an emotional person, people, but I would think at this point there will be an internal struggle between killing and wanting to protect them. And I believe, this is my theory on this, okay, that she would break down and start crying and saying, Lord Voldemort has tasked me to kill you for failure, for too many failures in the plans that he gives you. And I just can't do it. I can't. And the whole room goes silent, and they say, she asks, can you forgive me for trying to attack you, or attacking you? And I think they would say yes, maybe yes. And he said, now here's what I think she would do. I think she would go to Lucius, wait for Lucius to get home, okay, and try to hide them. Do whatever he can to hide them, okay. Make sure Lord Voldemort never finds them. Hide them somehow. Go to Hogwarts. I don't know. Do some shit, but hides them. And then, at some point, I would say it reaches to the same point you would see in the movie. But this time, Draco, at the scene where the Battle of Hogwarts begins, there's at one point where hope seems lost, okay? And Lucius Malfoy, Draco Malfoy, and Narcissa Malfoy come out of the Hogwarts castle, okay? This is where I think they were hiding, okay? Come out of Hogwarts castle. I would say wands blazing, because they can't say guns blazing because they didn't use guns, but wands blazing. And they both use Expelliarmus on Lord Voldemort and his minions, and say, it ends here, Lord Voldemort. This is the end. This is the end. You will not be the only one who lives forever. You are a shame. disgrace to wizards. You have let your soul be split apart and become less than a human being, and what would you and more an animal. And what do you do an animal that's sick like you are? You put it down. And then that's when Harry gets up, right when after Neville, and that's when Neville says that shit, okay, his speech, and Harry gets up, and that's how the story will play out. Now, I like scenario 2. Why do I like scenario 2? Because I believe here's everyone has their limits, okay? Everyone is loyal, but will be loyal to a certain point. Now, there are people who are loyal to a fault, which I don't sometimes like those people, because they're weird and they're annoying and they'll do anything anyone says, even if it means hurting someone else or killing someone hurting someone they care about. Now, that's what I don't like about people who are loyal to a fault. Now, I think Bellatrix Lestrange is loyal to a certain fault, meaning she'll do everything in her power to help Lord Voldemort succeed in what he wants. But I do believe in some points, maybe, she would have not, in scenario 2, could not go through with killing her nephew and her sister. I mean, she probably had no problem killing Sirius Black. We already know that was possible. She had no problem with killing Sirius Black. But, I mean, she really did love Narcissa a lot. And that's why I believe I would say she would choose scenario 2. And so, I want to have hope that she would choose scenario 2, but scenario 1 seems more likely than scenario 2. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this what if scenario for Harry Potter. I'll let you know. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of this what if scenario for Harry Potter. Stay cool. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video.